Hello, you guys. Okay, so real fast, just before jumping into this episode, I just wanted to come on and give a quick little trigger warning because we do talk about some pretty heavy topics in this week's episode, such as suicidal ideation and eating disorders. So if these are sensitive topics for you in any way, I just advise you to just listen with discretion. It really is such a good conversation that really brings a lot more awareness to these more sensitive topics that really aren't talked about enough. So hopefully if you are struggling with any of these things, this can make you feel a little bit less alone in some way. I love you guys so much and I hope you enjoy the episode. Let's get into it. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the It's Cringe But It's True podcast. I'm your host, Ellie Olivier, and Baylee, welcome to the pod.
Thanks, I'm so happy to be here.
Guys, Baylee has a huge platform where she posts all about like mental health, dating, confidence, self-love, a lot of similar things to what I talk about. So I'm so stoked to have her on, you guys.
I'm so excited to be here.
You're literally the best. We've already been chatting for like an hour and it's been amazing. But no, seriously, like I have been following her for a while now. It is such a freaking honor to have you in my chair. I've been so excited to get you on. She literally, I watch all of her videos on TikTok, literally every single video. Like when I open my For You page, it's literally been you for the past like month. And I'm like, yes, Baylee, I love you. So it is such an honor to have you on. Okay, so first, how did you first start getting into like posting on social media?
So I went through a lot, like roughly 2 years ago. Like I went through a breakup and it kind of was like a coping mechanism for a long time. It was really helpful because I feel like it built a community with other girls. And it just kind of made me feel less crazy for the situation I was in. And like I was able to decompress my thoughts. I also really oddly love poetry. And so like I would post some like my poems on there. Like I would eat it up and like, I don't know, it just gave me a sense of like creativity in a way that would like also help me cope. And I don't know, I wasn't trying to like really get into social media like this. But yeah, that's kind of how I first started and it's been awesome. Like it grew into something bigger and I love what I do. So
like you said earlier before we were recording, you said that like you started just posting kind of like relatable content. Do you feel like after you went through something really hard is when you kind of pivoted to do more like mental health based content?
Well, I started a series. I don't know if my followers are gonna watch this, but
I know. I'm a follower. I'm your number one fan.
But I started a series that I would say like clocking you for a minute straight on the man that you are obsessed with, and it was essentially me just giving girls every reason to move on from a guy that treated them like garbage.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I like grew initially. And then I started pivoting more into like mental health because I just do not think that it's talked about enough, like at all. And honestly, like my personality trait is not men. Like I love helping women move on from men, but that's not what I'm all about. Like I love that part, but I like who I am is like my emotions and my thoughts and my feelings, and like a lot of that has contributed to mental health problems that I've had. And so pivoting into that has been honestly amazing. And I've like just grown a community of people that like need it. They need to hear it. They need to feel seen. And like people are just afraid to talk about it. And I have decided I'm going to be the person that's not.
Yeah. That's what I love about your content, Baylee, too, is like you say stuff that everyone else is scared to say, but everyone relates to in some way. Like I remember one of the first time I saw one of your videos, I was like, oh my gosh. And I like got chills and I was like, wow, like, and the impact that you've already had on so many people's lives, including mine, is like so incredible. And I love watching you and everything you're doing. And we'll get into that and it will change everyone else's lives that's listening. Like your story and how you've become so resilient and like turned it into such a positive thing. So just kind of going back to like when your mental health struggles started, or when was like a first time in your life where you were going through kind of a rough time?
Honestly, I've been struggling with mental health since I can freaking remember. Like I moved around a lot in my earlier years of life. But that didn't really have much to do with it. I never really had a hard time making friends, or like friends were never the issue. I think it's more of like social media, honestly. Like I had social media at a younger age and I honestly do kind of regret having it so young. It exposed me to a lot, but also I think being exposed to a lot helped me develop in a way that, like, I'm more aware, and, like, I grew up kind of quick in a way. But I just honestly struggled so much with just high school. High school was so hard for me. Like, middle school was okay. Middle school honestly was like, we're all so immature at that age, and like we just like don't know better. We don't know better. And I did struggle with friends in middle school. I really struggled with friends in middle school. I felt like so excluded and like very cliquey. Girls in middle school especially are very cliquey. Like I nannied for a while, and like I've seen it in like the girls I'd babysit. Like they would come home and they'd be like, I'm sad because girls left me out. It's like girls are so cliquey, and I really saw that a lot in middle school. And that's when I realized how much friendships matter as well. And then I moved eventually to San Clemente, which is where I'm based now in California. It's amazing. But I always like, I had always struggled really deeply. COVID was really, really, really hard for me. I really like, I'm kind of an extrovert. I feel like I've kind of shifted into like a more introverted side where like I need alone time, but that kind of, I'm sure we'll get into that. Like I grew into independence a lot. I'm very independent now, but I used to really depend on people. And I think that was a really big factor of my decline of my mental health, because at first I really depended on like just being around other people. And then when COVID hit, there was no one to really see and no one to talk to. And that was also the awakening of my eating disorder. So I think my eating disorder was when everything unfolded.
Okay. So that was like the first.
I would say because during COVID, so I was always very active, you know, growing up. I always did soccer, and then COVID hit, wasn't doing soccer anymore, but I would still eat the same. Like I was young. I had a young girl metabolism. I was, you know, I was thin all the time, and I was doing soccer, and I just ate whatever I wanted. And then after COVID hit, you know, I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting around, and I'm isolated. I'm just with my family, and I just I wasn't active. I wasn't doing anything that genuinely like, made me happy. And I actually remember I was Snapchatting a boy, and he literally said to me like, gaining weight, huh?
No, he did not.
That is something I actually don't tell anyone.
Really?
It was that changed.
Douchebag.
It was crazy. I don't even remember who it was, but it was some kid from my school, and like we were snapping for a while, and then I like snapped him a picture, and he said that to me. And after that, I went down a spiral. Oh my God. And I genuinely
stupid boy.
And it's always a freaking it's a man. It's a man. Guys, you have to understand, like, this is why we are the way that we are. But it triggered me.
Yeah.
In a way, every time I looked in the mirror, ever since the second I opened that, every single time I looked in the mirror, all I saw was I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat. I'm literally ugly. Like, I'm not, like, this boy literally thinks I'm fat. Like, who else thinks I'm fat, you know?
Little does that stupid guy know, too, that would give you so many issues. That gives us so many things.
Like that one
taps
thing.
into our insecurities.
Yes. And so I went to my mom, and I was like, Mom, like, I want to lose weight and whatever. And she was amazing during that time, like, really helped me. Like, we created, like, a healthy plan for me to, because, like, also I was sedentary, and, like, that's not great. Sorry, like, sue me. It's not good to lay around all day. That's not healthy for your brain. You don't have to be doing an insane amount of exercise, but, like, walk, do something. That's good for your mental. So I went to my mom, and I was like, I really would like to, lose some weight. Like, it's not, like, I don't know, I just want to be, like, fit again, And so I started working out, and then eating less, and eating less, and it turned into eating nothing. And overworking myself, and hair falling out. And eventually I started throwing up. That's something I don't talk about either. But that is something that so many girls do. So many girls do it. And I'm like, guys, so much peace and love. Your hair's gonna fall out. It's actually reversing all the effects in your body. Yes. It's not good for you.
It's even worse for you.
It's worse for you. And in fact, your metabolism is getting effed up as well. Like, it's ruining it. So, not good for your gut, not good for anything. But I was bulimic for quite a long time. And eventually, which is like so random, but I climbed out of that because I did birth control, which gave me an appetite again. And then I just kind of slowly stopped caring about that whole side of things, which is the most random bounce back. But initially my eating disorder was the awakening of my mental health problems.
Which is such a common thing for, I would literally say, every single woman on this planet.
Yeah. Yes.
Struggles with to some extent with disordered eating.
Yes. And
it's not talked about enough, and it can trigger those mental health struggles, right?
Mm-hmm. And another thing I like really want to touch on is like, because that boy said that one thing to me, it created years of problems and damage to me. And it's like something that I've grown is like confidence. And it's like, if I had enough confidence at the time to think like, he's so stupid, like, you know, but obviously I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm probably 14, 15. I'm not mature enough to like have a healthy mindset on any of that. And people don't understand the words that can affect a 14-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Like my mind was developing. I'm a child, essentially. Like when you're 14 and 15, you don't feel like a child. Looking back, I'm in my 20s. I was a freaking child.
Yeah. So impressionable.
Entering high school, are you serious? And like saying the words that people say in high school like really do affect you. I had a lot of things that genuinely deeply like impacted me in high school that still affect me today. And high school was just really, really, really hard for me. So I think that like anyone that's in high school is struggling.
Yeah.
Like
high school is the worst. Everyone's insecure. No one knows who they are yet. Everyone's so impressionable.
Yes.
And it's just all of those people together at one school.
Yeah.
And it's just chaos.
It's also hormones.
Yeah, it's hormones.
You're developing, you're changing.
Your frontal lobe is developing. Like you are literally becoming the person you're going to be.
Yes.
And you're so impressionable. And those are the most transformative years of your life. So that stupid idiot guy that said that to you, I want to go freaking punch him in the nuts and kill him. That is awful. And like little does that guy know how much of an impact or negative impact that it had on your life.
Yeah.
What a douche.
It's
you know?
crazy.
You really just,
it's crazy.
We need to be so much more careful with what we say to people.
Yeah. I think that's like the biggest thing is like, I hate how normal it is to be mean. Mm-hmm. It is so normal. It's normal. Like you say like, oh, I'm going to bully this person as a joke. And like, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Like people online, especially with me doing social media, I will be scrolling like, okay, if someone is getting like cancel culture, for example, I see so many people getting canceled online. Do you know the person? Have you had a direct conversation with this person? No? Shut up. You don't have a say. Are you serious?
Agreed.
If
100%.
You have never had a direct interaction with the human, shut up.
Yeah.
You don't get to say anything. Genuinely, I will have weirdos DM me. Weird things. Do you know my middle name? No. Okay. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. Who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't care. Like, genuinely, I don't care. And I think that's where confidence stems from is like, why the hell would I trust someone's judgment of me who's never had a conversation with me over my own? I know me. Why do I care what you think? I don't know you. You know, I just think if I had these thoughts in high school, I would have been saved.
Yeah.
Because that was the peak of my mental health. I had so many issues in high school. And honestly, I think another problem that I have with people, this is just like so out there. Oh my gosh. Everyone thinks that they're perfect.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Let's go back down to earth. No one on this planet is perfect.
Yeah.
I hate the concept of like not forgiving and like the victim mentality. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know people are going to hate me for saying that. Get out of your victim complex. If you've done something ever in your life, if you've breathed, you've done something to hurt someone else.
Yeah.
It is normal. We're all humans. We all have hormones, first of all. Like, growing up, I was a freaking brat to my parents. I'm sorry. I'll come out and say it. Like, I am so imperfect. I am so far from perfect. I'm not saying doing bad things to people is okay, because it's absolutely not. Mm-hmm. But I know that everyone watching this has done something. Has done something wrong. Yeah. Has done something immoral. Like, we're human. We're all human, and I'm sick of people acting like we're not. We're not, like, this is an AI camp. Like, I don't care that AI is coming to the picture. Like, this is real freaking life. We're on planet Earth. We're on planet Earth, babe. We're not on AI. Like, AI planet. Like,
literally.
Why are we acting like everyone's supposed to be perfect and have it all together? Accountability is everything.
Yes.
Accountability is everything. I always will respect someone that can take accountability over literally anything.
And just have self-awareness too, right? Like we were talking about that earlier as well. Like just being able to be self-aware is like the core stepping stone of a confident person. Knowing that you're not perfect and you don't have to be, but being aware that like, oh, you might have done wrong, you might have messed up, you might not be perfect, and that's okay.
I think that's another really big factor actually with self-awareness. Self-awareness comes with confidence. If someone were to come up to me right now and just be like, Baylee, like, you're really tall. Like, if a guy's like, you're too tall. Okay. You could take that in a way and be like, oh my gosh, like, and then, like, every time you're around a short guy, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm, like, too tall. Like, I'm insecure about it. No. Like, he thinks you're tall. Who cares? Like, that's not, but I'm self-aware enough to know I am tall.
Yeah.
I am tall. Okay. You can't diss me for something I know. I am tall. What about it?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought maybe you're, like, you're too short?
Yeah. And you're projecting your insecurities onto Baylee? Like, what?
Don't project on me, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
Genuinely, I just think that's, like, the biggest thing with confidence is, like, if you're self-aware, no one can tear you down. Literally no one. Like, someone points out a flaw, like, if someone's, like, okay, I'll point out one of my flaws, like, I'm very opinionated. I am extremely opinionated. Like, I'll be in the car with friends, and they're like, where do you want to go? I'm gonna be like, I want Chick-fil-A, and we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. And, like, I don't think that's, like, a great quality, like, because it creates a lot of conflict sometimes, but, like, if someone were to say that, like, Baylee, like, you're really annoying to be around because you're really opinionated. Okay, I knew that. Surprise. Like, I knew that, you know? But it's like, I'm self-aware enough. It's like, you gotta be self-aware about these things and, like, work on them as a human.
Yes.
So that's, like, something I've really learned with confidence is, like, if you're self-aware, like, just know your flaws.
For sure.
Work on them. But, like, know that no one is perfect.
Yeah.
No one's perfect. Like, I feel like we're playing the perfect game. Like I said, like, AI, like, this is an AI world. Like, literally. You know, get off AI planet. That's not a thing. Like, we're all imperfect. And the second that you can realize that you are imperfect is the second that you can be confident.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. And I think kind of going into that, like, with even switching into vulnerability too, we were saying this, like, being vulnerable with people is such a good way to connect to people, and you become more relatable and real, and everyone kind of lowers their guard down because everyone relates to struggling and going through hard times. Like, everyone's been there. So when you hear someone talk about it, especially like you on social media, it's just like, wow, I'm gonna follow this girl because I relate and no one's talking about this. And, like, this is my first day meeting Baylee, you guys, and I already feel like I've known her for 20 years because I've, like, watched all of her videos, and just, like, I feel like I obviously don't know all of you, but I know the kind of person that you are. Like, you are such a good, sweet girl, you know? So how do you, of course, how do you feel like that has, like, manifested in your life? Like, being vulnerable, or was there, like, a breaking point where you kind of switched and decided to be vulnerable at what you went through?
I think I've always been, like, an open book. Always. Like, I mean, I remember, like, I met my ex's parents, like, years ago, and, like, one of the things that they said to me, they were like, you're a really open book. And I almost kind of, like, got offended. I was like, oh, like, maybe I'm, like, too open. Like, maybe I'm too out in the open. Like, maybe I, like, overshare. And, like, that kind of freaks me out. But it's like, people need to hear it. Like, everyone is, like, so quiet about their struggles. And, like, I think that, like, my whole life mission is I just want everyone to remember, like, we're human. And especially with social media, it's literally a perfection competition. Genuinely. It is all perfection competition. It's like, whose life looks the best. And if you go to my Instagram, the dynamic between my TikTok and my Instagram is so different. It's like, whoa, like, I had a girl DM me, and she's like, you have, like, my dream life. And I'm like, oh, baby.
Do I?
On the outside, like, it's awesome. Yeah, I have a really awesome life. I'm really, really, really blessed. And, like, I have a roof over my head. I get food every day. You know, I have a job. I'm very extremely blessed. That doesn't make someone not have problems. You could look at the richest person alive. They still have problems. And I feel like people just constantly like strive to be perfect all the time. And it's like, it's okay to not be perfect. In fact, like we were talking about this earlier. We were talking about how like, I think that depression is beautiful. And it's a crazy take. It really is to say depression is beautiful. Here's the thing. Look at a narcissist. A narcissist feels nothing. A narcissist is not capable of genuinely really actually having that deep of a depression because they can't feel. They don't feel remorse. They don't feel empathetic. And they feel sorry for themselves because they're narcissistic. But at the end of the day, how beautiful is it that you love that deeply and that you feel that deeply, that you can feel that sad? How beautiful is that? Mm-hmm. I think that makes someone a human. That is the most beautiful part about being a human, is like, oh my gosh, like I want to make like if I were like a TikTok editor, like someone that makes like those TikTok edits, like I just would like be like, how beautiful is like sadness, because it is. Oh my gosh, you can feel, hello, that's amazing. Like whenever I'm sad, I'm just like, and here's another random thought. It's like every time, I feel like a lot of girls can relate to this, but whenever you're like not like, I've seen oh my gosh, like why am I rambling? I don't one of my friends, Allie, she's like married. She's like happily married. She has a kid. And she's like me singing this like breakup song as if like I just got out of like the most gut-wrenching like relationship, whatever. And it's like, but imagine like being able to relate to it and like actually listening to that awesome song and being like, oh, like I am really feeling this. But this artist related to it too, that they made the song, you know? It's like sometimes we almost crave having those like thoughts and like those feelings, and it's like you could have it really good, but like sometimes the sadness is like, that's what makes happiness so awesome. Like being sad is what makes it so awesome. Like it just emphasizes the high that you have. It's like going on a 3-day fast and then you finally like get to have like food, and it's like, woo, like this food tastes extra good, or it's, you know, it's the same concept. It's feeding your soul.
If you never had those low moments, then you never know what the happy moments feel like, you know?
Exactly.
And I think you're so right. I think depression and sadness gets commonly misconstrued as like a negative connotation, right? That's like a negative thing in everyone's eyes pretty much. But I love that perspective that you shared about like, what a beautiful thing that you are able to feel that emotion, because some people can't even feel that. They just numb out. Yeah. So like that is, you know, it's a blessing and a curse, but being able to kind of just like switch that mindset and see like, I'm so grateful and lucky that I even am able to feel that much, you know, because then that makes the highs so much higher.
Exactly. Like could not say better, like honestly. And I think that people are like embarrassed about being sad. And I like, it makes me like, so that just makes me crumble. Like it's not embarrassing. I wish that we could honestly, I heard a quote, and this is one of my favorite quotes. I recently heard this and I was like, holy, like this hit me like a brick. It was like, if you had the option to put your problem in a box, but every single person in the whole entire world has to do the same thing, but you had to repick out a new problem, would you gamble your problem for someone else's in the whole entire world?
That's so good.
That literally like changed my life.
Yeah.
Every single time I'm sad about something, I'm like, whoa, lock in, bro. What are you like, girl? It's okay. Yeah. Like it's okay. And it's like, that made me realize, like, I've always really known the concept of, like, everyone is struggling. That really, like, took it to another level of, like, everyone is really, 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 really struggling. And no one talks about it. No one freaking talks about it. And like I said about the social media topic, like, because that's what I do, I'm, like, so big with social media. And, like, you scroll on TikTok for I'm guessing you scroll for 5 minutes and it's, you know, it's probably something relatable. It's a woman waking up her baby and taking the baby, you know, running her errands. Like, it's probably a girl doing her makeup and saying, get ready with me for going to the Bahamas.
Yep.
there's someone in the Bahamas. You know, you're looking at social media and it's this highlight reel, and it's also a lot of like emotion and feeling and can be kind of draining. But overall, like the girl that made the TikTok saying, "Get ready with me to go to the Bahamas," she has her own set of problems.
Mm-hmm.
The mom that looks like she has it all together probably cried earlier that day because her baby's having a tantrum and it's really overbearing. And it's like, you just don't know. You have no idea the damn extent of what people are dealing with or going through.
Mm-hmm.
The suicide rates are astronomical. It's actually sickening to think about how many people. And the fact that, like, we both are sitting here, we're both normal people, we both have had them.
Yeah.
We both have had those suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's like, if two girls sitting here,
normal girls who you probably, if I saw you, Baylee, I would have never, ever thought that that's something you've dealt with in your life. You never know.
You never know.
You literally never know.
You never know.
And I think, like, going through stuff I've gone through has kind of shifted that perspective even more to be like, wow, when I was at my lowest, nobody knew.
Yeah.
And nobody really, like, could tell or saw. So it just, like, it makes you a much more empathetic person just to realize it's so normal and common to struggle and to have thoughts like that, you know? And it's really not talked about enough because it's uncomfortable and it's vulnerable. But yeah, I think it definitely needs to be talked about more because you're right. The suicide rates are horrible.
Astronomical.
Literally, it's insane.
It's I hear a lot about mainly men, like older, like mid-aged men suicides, really? Actually, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I also do know, like, of a few people our age recently, like friend of friends that have commit suicide.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've talked to people that were in their life directly, and it's like they did not know.
Yeah, you never know.
They did not know. And that is sickening. Like, there's probably someone in both of our lives right now that we don't even know.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, I was talking to my friend, one of my good friends actually yesterday. She was telling me, like, about an experience she had the day before that. She was like, I was crashing out yesterday. And I had, that literally, like, had me feeling awful. Because I was like, yesterday, I was chilling at my home, you know? I was just doing my own thing. I had no idea that one of my closest friends was having an awful day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's not even about that. It's the concept of, like, we are living right now, we're existing right now, and we're podcasting. There's someone right now that is contemplating, like, thinking about killing themselves. And I genuinely am disturbed at that thought. Another thing is, like, with my platform, I post a lot about, you know, mental health and suicidal thoughts, and oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna, like, get emotional. All of my DMs that I get are like, there's a 13-year-old that DM'd me, and she literally told me, like, I wrote out 5 letters last night to my family and 2 of my friends, and I said a prayer, and then I woke up the next morning after that night, like, really considering, like, doing it the next day. 13. And then she said my video came on her For You page and it saved her life. And that, like, 13. And I get them, people tell me their age all the time. I get 11-year-olds. And I'm like, you are just starting your life, bro. You're literally just starting your life. Like, you don't even know the people you're gonna meet, and like, what if you're supposed to be a doctor? Like, what if you go to medical school in 9 years and you save 9 lives in the future? You ending your life right now could kill those 9 people that you could potentially save in the future. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the impact you are gonna have on people in the future. You don't know what the future holds. And taking your life could take others. People need you. Like, I don't think people understand how much every single person on this earth is needed. And, like, a lot of suicide stems from feeling like a burden.
Yeah.
And that's why people don't talk about it. Because they feel like a burden.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they're burdening other people. And I'm like, I think as humans, we need to bond over it. We need to bond over it. We all are struggling. Like, this 11-year-old girl, I'm like, holy crap, I want to sit in a room with you and I want to bond with you about how when I was 11, I probably felt the same way. And I just think that humans, like, we need to love each other more. We need to have each other's backs. Like, we need to talk about it. I want to freaking host conventions when I grow my platform. Like, I want to have a whole convention where we can all bond over it and talk about it because it's real. And I hate that it's, like, so minimized. It's a very minimized issue. And why are we talking about, like, politics? Yeah, it's, like, crazy right now. But it's, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, why are we not speaking about mental health more? It really frustrates me because I'm telling you every single person is struggling, even if it's like in a large way or like I have a family history of like depression, and I think that's like what makes it so hard for me is like I've had uncles and random things happen where they've commit suicide, and like most of my family has struggled with it. And so I think it's just, like, something that just runs in my DNA, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone is struggling. And I, like, literally just want everyone to love each other and to support each other and to check in on each other and to honestly, like, be self-aware. Be self-aware that you are a human being and it's okay to feel this deeply, and, like, the situation that you're in. I want everyone listening to this to like look at Ellie. She struggled really bad. I struggled really bad. And we are both in a place where we're both confident enough and like it's not even about being happy, it's about we trust the process. And we're both strong enough to like be carried through anything that we go through in the future because we've been the lowest of low and we have been able to get out of it. And now we're sitting here doing this podcast. But everyone needs to see it. This is real. This is I don't know. This is real life.
Her bracelet's stuck to the thing. Okay, we're good. This is real life, you guys.
No, like, this is just real. And I want people to see real raw emotion.
Yeah. It's what's missing in our world. You're so right. Because, like, yes, like you said, politics. Yes, we can focus on that. But it's like there are bigger issues in the world right now.
Yeah.
And even just like little steps, just what you do on your social media platforms, this podcast, what you're sharing is going to help so many people and elicit so much emotion from people that are going through similar things and having similar thoughts and feelings.
I think another thing I like want to share also is like I was talking about my messages that I get. I get hundreds every day. Hundreds. I could go back in my phone right now and count hundreds of people. I have a platform with roughly, I don't know, like 160-ish followers, 1,000 followers. I don't know how many of them struggle with their mental health like as severely as others, but like think about like how many people that is in a room of people that are probably struggling. That depression video that I posted, I posted a video about having like suicidal thoughts and like I have these impulsive suicidal thoughts and I spiral. And that video I think has like 60,000 saves.
Yeah.
Put 60,000 people in a room. Yeah. You look at the number, it's 60K. You look at people in a freaking room. 60,000 people.
I can't even.
And that's not even like that video has like 500,000 views. That's not even like
yeah. I've been there. I didn't save that video, so not even including me.
That's
right.
And people that watch the video that didn't even save it.
Yeah.
I specifically
relate to it.
Yes, I specifically said in the video, come back to this video if you struggle having suicidal thoughts. 60,000 people saved it, and people didn't necessarily people probably didn't save it. Think about how many more people than just 60,000
in a room, right? Because I think the numbers you can get so desensitized, but put those people in a room.
Yes.
That are all struggling with that.
Yes.
Insane. to think
like,
about.
If you feel alone, you are certainly not alone.
No.
You are certainly not alone. That video was about having suicidal thoughts. That is the most extreme thing.
Mm-hmm.
The extreme of the extreme. And we act like it's nothing. We act like it. Why are we not talking about
that? And we all dance around it, and it's too deep or too heavy to talk about.
No.
It needs to be talked about.
I have never seen a video about that.
Me neither. You are literally the only person that I've ever seen post
Like,
that.
maybe I haven't seen other people's videos, but why have I not seen another video? And, like, I get it. It's so vulnerable.
Yes.
But why are we not talking about it more?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want everyone to, like, raise more awareness for mental health. Like, it's taking a toll on everyone. And if it's not personally affecting, like, I will say, when I was at my lowest, I definitely, like, took it out on people.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't just affect me. My mental health isn't just affecting me because I am that way. I'm making people experience that secondhand. The people that care about me are experiencing that secondhand. I know that when I struggle, my mom is struggling just as much, if not more, because it hurts her to see that. People love you. And, like, just literally watching someone going through that hurts. Like, it's not fun to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think that's where it comes from. Like, I don't want to be a burden. Yeah. But it's like, they need to know. And, like, we need to bond over it. Like I said, like, and people, like, the amount of guilt that people would feel to know that, like, to not know that you were struggling and they could have helped you.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I have so many friends, and this is, how sad is that? I could say I have so many friends that have a friend that commits suicide.
Yeah.
That is tragic, first of all. I have so many friends that have had someone that they know or have, like, a friend commit suicide. And I have seen how that has affected the friend, or, like, just the guilt of not knowing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, think about how many people might have felt that guilt. How many people would have loved to help you, would have loved to be there for you. Like, I know being vulnerable is so scary, but, like, we need to get help. Like,
Yes.
Everyone needs to get help. And I want you all to get help. Like, I just want every single person that, like, listens to this, get help.
Yeah.
We all need it.
And
it's not embarrassing.
No.
Sorry, you were.
No, you're good. Sorry. I think also, like, the burden thing is, like, so relatable. Like, that really was, like, my biggest thing. When I was struggling a lot with suicidal ideation, I really just felt like I don't want to tell anyone. I don't want anyone to worry about me. I don't want to be a burden. I would have never been a burden in anyone's life because there are people that are love me and that would have been there for me. But when you're in that, I almost, like, imagine it for me as, like, you're in this, like, fog almost, where you feel like no one's there for you, no one wants to help you, no, you're going to be a burden in their lives. And then you could just kind of keep slipping back and back into that fog until you can't even see anymore, and you think the only solution out of that is to take your life. But really, like you said, there'd be so many people that would feel so guilty because they weren't there for you. Like, if you do get to that point, you can tell somebody. You need to tell somebody. And no one will ever be like, "I'll figure it out, Ellie. Like, go figure it out." Like, people will be there for you and be supportive. You know?
No. Like, absolutely. And I don't know. I think that the concept of, like, being a burden is crazy because, like, what actually burdens someone is the thought of you not being here anymore. That's the real burden. Mm-hmm. You being here is not the burden. You taking your life and someone having to live the rest of their life knowing that they could have been there and they didn't know, that is the burden. That is self-inflicting. Like, and here's the thing. When you're in that pit of sadness and you're that depressed, you're not thinking about those things. Mm-hmm. But I think that something that has helped me the most whenever I have spiraled is just remembering, like, those people. And, like, remembering, like, I am not a burden. I can have happy moments. I am not a burden. And something else, this is probably the number one thing that has helped ground me every time I've spiraled, is you want your feelings to end. You don't want your life to end. It's not the life. It's not your life. It's your feelings. Mm-hmm. Feelings are so overbearing and miserable. And I know that there's a lot of circumstantial things. Like, someone probably did something to someone and, like a murderer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone probably, like, murdered someone and they, like, can't live with the guilt, so they want to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you can get help. And I know it's like crazy coming from like a more privileged white girl sitting here that, like I said, has a roof over her head. And
Mm-hmm.
I am very privileged. I have a lot. Like I was blessed to, into like an awesome family and, religious, and like I have had privileges that a lot of people don't have. And like, obviously, like people probably think it's like over, like it's almost like, how can you be depressed?
Right.
How are you allowed to be depressed? Like there's people starving, and it's like, it is true. But if you go to freaking Africa and you see starving little kids, they probably look a lot happier than you are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, being happy, I hate to say it, like you gotta have a thick ass set of skin.
Yeah.
You gotta be so strong, because that is what gets you through. Just being strong. Problems never end. And another thing too is like, whatever you complain about, you could still, so like if someone doesn't have like all the money in the world, okay, you get rich, now what? Another set of problems.
Yeah.
Someone that's single wants a relationship really bad, thinks that having a family will solve their problems. You have your family, another set of problems. Kids are hard. Marriage is hard. Finances are hard. There's problems always. What gets you through life is resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Always going to be resilience. That is like the number one thing. Like, problems never freaking go away. And you could be in the worst situation. You could be living in your car, and like, obviously a privileged white girl sitting here saying that, like, you're, like they're like, okay, shut up. Like, you don't know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. But I do know what it's like to be severely depressed. And I have seen people in those situations that are so resilient that they can still find the quality of life in their life. Yeah. Like, I think that it's more of, I've seen so many situations. I've had close friends that like, oh my gosh, why is
everything's getting caught on her shoulder?
Seriously. I've seen like people getting genuinely like physically abused, emotionally,
new word unlocked.
Emotionally abused. I've seen a lot of divorces. Mm-hmm. I've seen deaths in families. I've seen like awful, like someone's gotten murdered, or family, like car accident. Like I've genuinely heard awful stories. And I just think like I've seen people be able to be resilient. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the most beautiful thing is like, depression sucks, but if you're resilient, you're going to be fine. Yeah. And I think like we just need to learn how to be resilient. We need to love each other more. We need to learn how to be resilient. Yep. Depression does not have anything on you. Yeah. At all.
I loved this video you talked about where you said that something that really like pulls you out of when you're in a spiral or hard time is just like thinking of a euphoric happy moment. That is like, I never heard someone say it like that, but when I listened to that video, I was like, wow. And that totally like changed my perspective. So do you want to just share a little bit about like how you do that, or like what you do for that?
So in like current times, because we talked about self-awareness, I am self-aware enough to know I'm going to continue to have moments in my life where I do spiral.
Of course.
And I do have those really low days where I'm like, holy crap, I don't know if I can do this. And in the current times, like, life isn't daisies and rainbows all the time, or freaking unicorns. Like, it's, like, like most of my days are kind of mid. Like, it's like, okay, I wake up, I work, something fun might happen, but it's like, it's not like I'm like in a euphoric state of mind. Yeah. And then a lot of days are just the same. It's repetitive and sometimes lonely. Mm-hmm. But I think that like there's a few very special moments in my life that I've had. It's almost like if you ask someone like if you could relive any day in your life, what would it be? The day before, okay, so think about that day, right? Like, I have a day in mind for me. If you think about the day before that day, would you have known that day would have been one of the best days ever? No. You don't know that. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen next week. You don't know what's going to happen in a month. You could meet your soulmate tomorrow. You could get pregnant tomorrow. Anything could happen tomorrow. And it's like, you don't know that. Yeah. And so when I'm in those moments of like, I'm spiraling, I just remember like, what if something awesome happens tomorrow or the next day? It's like, this little moment I'm having is like not worth the whole quality of my life. It's not. Like, this problem cannot take me, bro, because there's gonna be so many awesome moments.
Yeah.
And I just like really cling on to those days where I'm like, this is like one of my favorite days ever.
Yeah.
Or thinking about people where I'm like, I'm never gonna see them again if I am not here. And like, I just think you really gotta cling on to like happiness. And I hate bringing religion into like things like this because a lot of people don't believe in God. And so it's like saying like, turn to God, he can save you. And it's like, I believe in that.
Yes.
But someone that's atheist, they're like, well, I don't believe in that. So like, how do I actually get out of depression? So I try to like shy away. But I think that like, I look at the devil as depression. I look at the devil like literally hugging me.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, when I'm in like one of those super deep, dark holes of despair, I literally can imagine the devil is hugging me. And like, I can like see God from a distance, like being like, don't let him take you. Like, don't let him take you. Like, that's literally like one of the main things. And like, it's something I don't share on social media because it's like, that can't just save someone. But it's like, I genuinely just think like, don't let him take you. Because like depression is darkness and happiness is light. So if you don't believe in God, think of it like that. Like, don't let the darkness take you. Like, that is darkness. Like, I have like a visual in my head of like a cartoon, and you know, like there's a whole like swarm of darkness and the whole thing is pitch black, and that you see a tiny speck of light, a tiny speck of light. And it's like a little voice saying like, don't do it. Don't let that take you. That's literally like my visual. I have a weird visual every time I'm like going through like a spiral. Like, I just have this weird visual in my head where I'm like, don't let it take you. It's not worth it. Look for the speck of light. Yeah. That speck of light are the people that have improved the quality of my life. The moments that I've had that improve the quality of my life, and my favorite things that have improved the quality of my life. Like, we are all curated exactly how we want to be created. We wear certain things because we feel cute in those certain things, and we feel nice in those certain things, and we do our makeup a certain way because we like how we look. We are all curated differently. We all have different foods that we love. And it's like, if you just like remember those things, it's like, you're so special. You really are unique and you're special. Like, you're wearing that, you picked out that piece of jewelry today because it made you feel cute, you know? And you keep wearing it because it makes you feel cute. And it's like, that's what makes you special. You have things that you like. And it's like, I picked out this shirt today because, you know, I thought it was cute. And I ordered it in the first place because I thought it was cute. Yeah. And it's like, that's what makes me special. And it's like, you probably have a dream car. I don't know what your dream car is, but like, I have a dream car, and I have a certain like dream in my life where I like want my house to look a certain way. And it's like, we are all so unique and special. And I want everyone to just feel that in themselves. Like, because you're you, it's easy to like not feel special because you're you. And then you look at other people and you kind of like want what other people have, but it's like, you are curated really specifically. Like, you might have very similar interests as someone else, but no one is like anyone. No one on this earth is like anyone. You are special. You are genuinely like, if I could have a personal conversation with every single person, I would get something different out of the conversation. We're all so unique and special. And like, I think that's like a huge part of confidence. It's like, you are curated specifically and you are not like anyone else. You are genuinely not like anyone else.
And that's why comparison can be so detrimental, because like,
yes,
you compare yourself to people, but you're not them. You're never going to be them.
No.
Just focus on what you love about yourself, right? Like you're saying.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. I just think like, when you are you, it's really easy to like paint yourself as like, oh, I'm like everyone else. I always say that all the time because it's funny. Like, every time like a guy compliments me, I'm like, oh, I'm just like every other girl in Utah, girl. Yeah. Like, I, you know, got the basic long hair and I'm blonde and, you know, I got the same clothes sometimes. Yeah. It's like, we kind of all the same, but it's like, no, I am different. Like, and you're different. And every girl that I'm compared to, they're all also different. And it's like, we're made differently. And I think that it's so easy for us to like not feel special or not feel unique, which is like, so far from true.
Yeah.
We are all so special and so unique. And, like, that's something that I always try to remember, like, all the time when I'm, like, feeling insecure, like, lonely and, like, not confident. It's just, like, we're all so different. And I'm me. And the sooner you accept that you're you is, like, better it gets, you know?
Totally. Okay, guys, sorry for the abrupt ending, but I am going to split this episode into 2 separate parts because there was seriously just so much good content in here that I just could not edit anything out, and we recorded like over an hour and a half. Baylee is seriously so amazing and had so much good stuff to say. So part 2 will be next week. So stay tuned if you enjoyed this first part. The second part is probably my whole favorite section of the whole entire podcast. So definitely don't forget to tune in next week to hear more. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Bye.